Hi, this is Steve Wagner, and I'm your instructor. And I wanted to make this video to help you use the video teleconferencing software in Blackboard that is called Collaborate Ultra. Just kind of a cursory outline of how to use the software. You may have used the software before. That's great. I'm going to try and keep it brief. Of course, if you do have questions, I encourage you to contact me. And you can see that there is an area called Blackboard Collaborate. And if you click on that, it'll take you to that area. At the top, you'll see the course room. I'm going to go into the course room. So when we go into this, we'll see that it is asking me a series of questions. First, will it allow me to use my microphone? And I'll say yes. Because I want it to be able to record my voice. And so I'll say allow that. And it will continue to log in, and you can see it's just kind of a blackboard here. There's three main areas here you want to look at. In the bottom center, okay, are areas where you can activate your audio and your video, or you can deactivate them. Okay, so that's very good. This tells you about your status and your settings in the room. Okay, so I can see that I'm logged in as a moderator, and I can give emoticons. I can say I agree or disagree based on my status and my settings. Okay, I probably want to open my audio. That's good to do. I can see that my audio is working because you can see the change in color in the microphone there at the bottom. I'm going to turn on my video, and I can see that my picture has popped up on the screen, and when I share it, it will then take and look in the bottom left hand corner. You can see my picture, and then if there was a group and I wanted to get people's attention, I could raise my hand, and that would. You can also look at the bottom right, and this has a number of important features to it. It has an area where if you wanted to chat, you can type in and chat with other people. Okay, that's a good way to communicate, especially if you're in a group meeting and you don't want to interrupt a speaker, and you have a question. You might want to put it through a chat. Okay. So you can also go and look on the attendees section. I can see I'm the only one here. Again, this tells me a little bit about that I have my microphone on. This tells me about my internet connection, which is kind of good to understand. So my internet experience is excellent, which is good. It's not always. There is in this third tab where it is the screen with a little curved arrow at the bottom. In the bottom right hand corner, you can see I'm kind of waving around that. When you click on that tab, it allows you to share content. And the main way you're going to do this is to share files. And you can see at the top there's this area where you can add files. And what that does is open up a file menu. And so you can look on your hard drive or on a thumb drive, and you can find some files to add. Okay, now I've already done this earlier, and you can see that it's still storing those files. This is a PDF file that is the expectations for successful completion of this course. Hopefully this is something you've looked at that I sent out I think last week, and you can see as part of that, it's doing 2 presentations. Okay, so that is that. We can also upload PowerPoints, and you see I have a PowerPoint, and again, if I highlight that file, then say go down here where it says share now and click on that, it will bring up those slides, and when I click, then that becomes the content that I'm sharing, and I can easily navigate by just clicking on the next slide that I want to. Okay, and you can see that that's what I've done in this with this PowerPoint presentation. Now, when you do this, and so you're going to want to record this. And you can see up in the upper left-hand corner where it is this kind of semicircle with the 3 lines. Do you see that up in the upper left-hand corner? You click on that, and that gives you an area where you can start recording. So if we start recording that, you'll see that the session is being recorded. And so now the audio and the video that is going on in this room is being saved inside Blackboard Collaborate in that kind of file. And so you would be going on and giving your presentation as such. Okay? So when you're done recording, you can just hit the tab that says Stop Recording, and you'll see it goes, recording has stopped, and then Blackboard Collaborate will have saved your recording. Really, that's the basics of getting in here. If we, again, want to leave the room, we can do that. We can go down here to our status and settings, and we can click on that and say Leave Session. Okay, and I think the video was pretty good during this, so we'll say it was good, and it says thank you for being in Blackboard Collaborate. So now what I'll do is when you do a recording, one thing you should know is that you may have to wait some time until the video recording shows up inside Blackboard Collaborate. Okay, so if we go back to Blackboard Collaborate and open up that session again, we can go to an area where it says recordings. Okay, and so again, in the upper left hand corner here, there's these 3 lines that indicates there's a menu. You click on that, and there is a tab where we can look for our recordings. Okay, we can see that at this point there are not any recordings that are found. Okay, and so what we'll do is come back in a little bit, and I'll look and see how long it is until our recording shows up, and then I'll let you know. Okay, and so we'll return at that point. Okay, so now you can see that the recording is now here, and it took, I think, about a little less than 10 minutes for it to show up. Now be aware that's probably on the low end of how long it'll take for a recording to show up. It can take considerably longer than that, but that's basically the process that you'll be going through when you're doing this. Again, you may want to make multiple recordings, and so if you do that, I will be looking at the latest recording that you put up for an assignment. If there's more than one and you want to tell me the specific one, you can email me. I can, of course, even I have the power to delete recordings. As a student, you don't have that capability, but if you want me to erase a recording, I'm more than happy to do that. Just communicate with me. And with all aspects of this course, if there are any kind of questions that you have, any confusion, any concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, this is Steve Wagner. I hope you're having a good afternoon. Thank you. Bye now.